Hey, let's get buzzing.
All right, so Marlon James, the, the Jamaican Man Booker
No
Prize
man.
winning author behind the brief history of 7 killings, has landed a series order from HBO and the UK's Channel 4 for Get Millie Black. And this is a crime drama set in Jamaica. The Warner Media-owned premium network and the British public broadcaster are co-producing the 6-part series. Dope.
Yes, it follows ex-Scotland Yard detective Millie Jean Black, who returns to Kingston to work missing persons and soon finds herself on a quest to save a sister who don't want to be saved, to find a boy who can't be found, and to solve a case that will blow her world apart and prove almost as tough to crack as Millie Black.
Wow. So Get Millie Black explores the troubled legacy of racism, slavery, sexuality, classism, and cycles of trauma in the post-colonial landscape of Britain and Jamaica. And it's told through the unique perspective of Millie. And she's a girl born on the rock and raised in London who claims to be both British and Jamaican and yet somehow belongs to neither place.
So Get Millie Black marks the first television series from James, who wrote Black Leopard, Red Wolf, and The Book of Night Women. He will write and executive produce. Film is set to start in 2022 in the UK, but also in Jamaica.
Awesome.
And I have read one of his books, and it was rather excellent.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited. I'm really excited to bring, because I feel like Jamaica, we don't have enough TV stuff happening here, you know, or the television, film and TV industry.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they're trying and it's coming, but I feel like we have so much more to offer, and I'm glad that.
Definitely.
You know,
Actually, I tell you, while reading that story a while ago, it's like it kind of showed me a glimpse of the future. Like, right now there's an upsurge in black-led movies. And I think that we will soon see an upsurge in Jamaican-led movies and movies filmed here.
Yeah.
So I'm here for that. I'm interested.
I have been saying for a while, I think I've said it on the show as well many times, like I am really proud of China, Japan, Korea for really putting their culture out there. India as well, like you really know the dragons, you know where all these mythological creatures come from. But I feel like in Jamaica, like our stories here, like nobody doesn't know what they are on an international table space. So I'm really excited for us to start telling some stories. Of course, Anansi and them things, but other things, our Duffy story, like we should have Squid Games.
Like a River Muma version of Squid Games.
Like a horror story, Jason, we don't need Jason, we have a Duffy thing.
Rolling cap.
Yeah, understand them thing there where you see one goat, I guess. When I was in Ochi, man, enough stories, I used to be so scared at night. Those are the things I want to see us
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be really nice. Actually.
Come on, writers out there, let's talk. Let's get it done. Let's get it done, Craig.
All right, so hopefully we keep the money from the industry circulating locally.
That is true, and the good thing is he's Jamaican too. So well, Jamaican born. So let's see.
All right, so a Chicago jury reached guilty verdicts last Thursday on 5 of 6 charges against Empire actor Jussie Smollett.
You just said Juicy.
Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett, yeah. So he was accused of falsely reporting that he was a victim of a disturbing hate-fueled beating. The panel, which had deliberated since Wednesday afternoon, weighed 6 counts of felony disorderly conduct against Smollett for telling police that he was brutally assaulted at 2:45 a.m. January 29, 2019 in Chicago's Streeterville neighborhood.
The offenses are Class 4 felonies and could be punishable by up to 3 years behind bars. But Smollett has a clean criminal record, making any jail time highly unlikely. Now, Dan Webb, the special prosecutor selected to lead the case, said the 6th charge was an aggravated battery charge. He said after the verdict that he was proud of the jury, characterizing Smollett's defense as completely ridiculous.
He also defended the Chicago Police Department's response to Smollett's initial report of a hate crime. Webb said, and I quote, "For the next 3 weeks, these 26 Chicago officers spent 3,000 hours of time costing the city well over $100,000 for a fake crime that never occurred. And by the way, a fake crime that denigrates what a real hate crime is and use these meanings and symbols that are so important in our society. It's clear why the police would take it seriously. So Smollett's defense attorney said they will appeal, calling his client an innocent man.
Yeah.
Innocent, let him not say him do it.
Same do it. I want us all to remember a couple of things because they charged, there was a hearing before on this, and they were like, yeah, poor him, you know, poor Jussie, we're going to fight everything. And then he went on TV to declare that he's a black Tupac.
What?
You never hear him say he's the Tupac. He said he's a straight Tupac. But anyway, he also said that, you know, he was crying and said, you know, I fought back, people. I fought back. And he was adamant on, remember when he did This Morning America?
Oh, yeah.
And it's when the police saw the interview on This Morning America, they were like, you know what? Let's go back into this case. Because the more he talks about what happened, the more we're like, that don't seem quite right. So.
Well, I mean, you know, in all fairness, he is an actor. Maybe he was method acting. Maybe he have a role that
he got his two friends to help him out.
Maybe he have a role him try to prepare. Well, maybe
he got
friends that help him with him roles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Butter and all these things.
Yeah, this case is really interesting because there's so much going on in it. Yeah. You know, because he's gay and it was supposed to be a hate crime against gay persons. It was supposed to be a hate crime against black people. So there was all these elements to it, and it was really unfortunate. It turned out that he was lying because the gay community rallied around him for this, and it was just unfortunate that they were all led astray.
Well, what is really unfortunate is the amount of sympathy and emotions that him pull on from various people just based on a lie. I mean, you know, that's other than being illegal. I mean, it's just not cool.
Yeah, and just like what my favorite comedian said, when he's like, look, because the gay community felt that they wouldn't be supported by the black community. And Dave Chappelle said, it's not that we weren't supporting, the black community weren't supporting, we were supporting y'all with our silence. Because we knew that this story was false.
Never saw it right.
So he's like, we're going to support you by just not saying anything. Rather than coming out and say, I lie, Mattel. He's like, we're just not going to say anything.
Yeah, he never saw it right.
He never did so. It's like, huh?
No. From Jussie got him a Tupac. Something.
Yeah,
like I said, no, he's
what
not.
Happened? It was in the dark, but it was bright out. But the guy was,
like, but
what?
you're really not, though.
So,
are you really Tupac? Nah.
Poor thing. He played himself on that one. So, guys, when you do something and whatever, just less is more.
Tell them how to do the crime.
Less is more. Somebody said, a very famous philosophical person said that it's only when you open your mouth that you confirm that you're a fool.
Oh, true.
So before that, just keep still.
True.
On
that note, people being serious about them things. So Nigeria plans to ban flights from Argentina, Britain, Canada, and Saudi Arabia from this week in retaliation for being added to those countries' red list over the detection of the Omicron coronavirus variant. So this happened last month. The aviation minister said that several countries have restricted the movement of people from some African nations since the Omicron variant was first detected in South Africa and Hong Kong. It has since spread to at least 57 countries.
In recorded comments shared with journalists on Sunday, Nigeria's aviation minister, Hadi Sirika, said he had recommended that the 4 countries should be placed on a COVID-19 red list, which would entail a ban on all flights.
So Sirika said that we have given our input as aviation that is not acceptable by us, and we recommend that those countries, Canada, UK, Saudi Arabia, and Argentina, be also put on red list, just like they did similarly to us. So I am very sure between now and Monday, or perhaps Tuesday, maximum, all those countries will be put on a red list. Once they're on the red list, which means that they're banned, the airlines will also be banned. Yeah, man.
Now, Britain was the first country to announce a travel red list, which Nigeria has described as just unjust and unfair.
News just in, all 11 countries on the UK red travel list will be removed starting from 4 a.m. on Wednesday. Angola, Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria, South Africa, Zambia, and Zimbabwe are those countries that will no longer be banned.
Health Secretary Javid said, now that there is a community transmission of Omicron in the UK and Omicron has spread so widely across the world, the travel red list is now less effective in slowing the incursion of Omicron from abroad. Whilst we will maintain our temporary testing measures for international travel, we will be removing all 11 countries from the travel red list effective from 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. I always tell people, you know, as black people particularly, if we stick together, we will not be defeated. Nobody can overcome us because we are mighty. We are strong and we are mighty. So I love...
Yeah, you know what I mean?
When they're like, "Yaga ban we are gonna ban you!" Love
yeah, but sometimes you have to know your worth, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to know your worth. So
we're
it's like
there.
them say, you can't come over here. I say, all right, cool, you stay over there, so me stay over here. So it's like, no, but we never really mean it like that.
Yeah. And it's not even you stay over here. It's like, I can't come over there. Guess what then? You can't come over here.
Well,
same language.
It's a good thing, I know me, I lead them culture still. Cause I wouldn't lift the ban yet.
Just ban it for months.
Yeah, just hold it little.
And then be like, whilst you're here, anyone that's traveled from these countries in the last 2 months, I'd be awful.
Because if like they say, Craig, don't come over here, I'm say, all right, cool, you don't come over here either. And I'm say, no, man, you can't come. I say, all right, I'm going to just go, but you still can't come. So I'd like to find out, though, if the ban is still in effect. But we can check it out. On that note, though.
On that note, you guys love teeth me on that note, On that note,
go on.
Baseline Love will be right back. And guess what? We are still buzzing.
Trademark Nisha and
Trademark Nisha on that note. I'm gonna intellectual property. We'll soon come, we'll soon forward. Goodbye.